press between the pages of my mind. Memories sweetened through the ages just like wine. Quiet thoughts come floating down and settle softly to the ground like gold of autumn leaves around my feet. I touch them and they burst apart with sweet memories. Memories of holding hands and red bouquets and twilights trimmed in purple haze and laughing eyes and simple ways and quiet nights and gentle days with you. Memories press between the pages of my mind. Memories sweetened through the ages just like wine. Memories, memories of holding hands and red bouquets and twilights trimmed in purple haze and laughing eyes and simple ways and quiet nights and gentle days with you. Memories press between the pages of my mind. Memories sweetened through the ages just like wine. Memories, memories, sweet memories.
My dreams as a child were mainly to that someday I would be happy and have a real nice family, and that I would be successful in whatever I wanted to try to do. And it's a hard question.
Well, how did you picture your wife and family? Like when you were young, how did you picture them?
I never thought of it when I was a child, as having a family.
About a teenager or, you know.
Never thought of having a family until I met Mom, and then it just clicked all of a sudden, and I just wanted to get out of the rat race and settle down and marry Mom and spend the rest of my life with her.
It was we who could laugh over big things were parted by only a slight thing.
I wonder if we did the right thing. Oh, well, that's life, I guess.
I love your dress.
Do you?
It's pretty.
Thanks for the memory of faults that you forgave, rainbows on a wave,
And stockings in the basin when a fellow needs a shave. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the memory of tinkling temple bells, alma mater yell,
And Cuban rum and towels from the very best hotels.
ah, how lovely it was. Thanks for the memory of cushions on the floor, hashed with Dinty Moore, that pair of gay pajamas that you bought and never wore.
Say, by the way, whatever became of those pajamas?
Huh?
Huh?
We said goodbye with a highball.
Then I got as high as a steeple.
Did you?
But we were intelligent people.
No tears, no fuss. Hooray! how are you?
And how are all those little dreams that never did come true?
Awfully glad I met you.
Cheerio and toodaloo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There's two things I know for sure. She was sent here from heaven, and she's Daddy's little girl. As I drop to my knees by her bed at night.
And on your wedding picture, you carried a Bible. This is for Mom. On your wedding picture, you carried a Bible as part of your flowers. Why did you want to include the Bible in your bouquet, and why was it important to you?
It was important to me because God was over our wedding.
Butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk beside the pony, Daddy, it's my first ride. I know the cake looks funny, Daddy, but I sure tried. Oh, with all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve a hug every morning and butterfly kisses at night. Sweet 16 today. She's looking like her mama a little more every day. One part woman, the other part girl. To perfume and makeup, from ribbons and curls, trying her wings out in a great big world. But I remember butterfly kisses after bedtime prayer, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. You know how much I love you, Daddy, but if you don't mind, I'm only gonna kiss you on the cheek this time. Oh, with all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve her love every morning and butterfly kisses at night. All the precious time, oh, like the wind the years go by. Precious butterfly, spread your wings and fly. She'll change her name today. She'll make a promise and I'll give her away. Standing in the bride room, just staring at her. She asked me what I'm thinking, and I said I'm not sure. I just feel like I'm losing my baby girl. And she leaned over, gave me butterfly kisses with her mama there, sticking little white flowers all up in her hair. Walk me down the aisle, Daddy, it's just about
must have done something right to deserve her love every morning and butterfly kisses. I couldn't ask God for more. Man, this is what love is. I know I've got to let her go, but I'll always remember every hug in the morning and butterfly kisses.
She spins and she sways to whatever song plays without a care in the world. And I'm sitting here wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's been
You look back today over the past 50 years, what would you say to your children, grandchildren, family, and friends about the most important things that helped you to keep your marriage strong?
Never give up. Never say this isn't going to work. Don't always think about me, myself, and I. Always think of it as we or us. Never do anything to your family that you wouldn't want done to yourself. Always try to be cheerful and set a good example. The main thing is always set a good example, because you got people that are looking at you and depending on you to make the right decisions for them. Try and educate yourself the best of your ability, so that you can speak words of intelligence to your children, and never take out your anger on the children. I have done that, but regretted it. But just try and be the best person you can by setting a good example.
just 1 week away, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I will dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. Oh, 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 I will dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone. She will be gone. But she came home today with a ring on her hand, just glowing and telling us all they had planned. She says, Dad, the wedding's still 6 months away, but I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I will dance with Cinderella while she is here in my arms. 'Cause I know something the prince never knew. Oh, 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 I will dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone. precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious Father, loving Mother, fly across the lonely years, and old home scenes of my childhood in fond memory appear. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul.
Mom, when you look back at the last 50 years, what are one or two of your fondest memories and why?
I could think the fondest memories when the kids was all little. I really enjoyed raising the kids. I enjoyed the kids. And I miss them being little.
Yeah. Anything else you can think of that pops into your mind?
I enjoyed being with your father. I think he he was the best man that I ever knew as far as other than my own father. And he helped with the kids, and that's what life's all about.
On life's pathway, know not what the years may hold. And as I ponder, hope grows fonder. Precious memories flood my soul. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious sacred scenes unfold.
Goodbye, my love.
remember about the first time you met Mom, what did you think of her?
First time I met your mother or your mom was at a dance, and I asked to dance with her girlfriend, and then I came back to the table and asked her to dance, and she kind of, well, okay, if I have to, you know. And so after dancing with her, I asked if I could sit down with her, and she was, I guess it's all right. And there's just something about her I don't care attitude that became a challenge, I guess, and it just escalated from there.
The stars wait for me. Who knows where we shall meet again? If ever the time keeps flowing like a river to the sea, to the sea, till it's gone forever, I came home from work and she was waiting at the door. Had that bad day look in her eyes, and I heard the sound of her little feet across the hardwood floor. And I knelt down with my arms open wide. When I asked her what had happened, she pointed to our son and said, "Why don't you show your daddy what you've done?" And I could see the writing on the wall, evidence of little hands.
Dad, tell Mom and everyone else what you think of Mom today, and tell us all how you feel about her.
Well, how I feel of Mom, she's the reason for my being. You know, without Mom, I'd have no reason to get up in the morning. I had no reason to go to work. I'd have no reason to stay healthy. Bringing up children as well as she did, I don't think you could ask for a more perfect mother, wife, counselor, bookkeeper, housekeeper. She's the best of everything. I'm very fortunate to give thanks to God that I was able to meet her.
All right, Mom?
Now you're going to ask me the same
That's
thing.
right. Tell Dad and everyone what you think of him, and tell us how you feel about him.
so amazed at how the time
I can think he's the greatest thing that I ever run into. I don't know. Love him very much. And he's always been a good help. You can't say it was all me that raised the kids. Because he had an awful lot to do with it. I don't know.
The pages of this life keep turning. Yeah, it's a roller coaster ride. And even though I knew we had it all, I could see the writing on the wall. I got a cinematic memory, playing pictures of the past, adding to the story as we go. 'Cause every day I'm learning that tomorrow comes too fast. So I'm holding on the only way I know. Yeah. Stop the hands of time, even though I knew we had it all. I can see the writing on the silent sea, tell this to me. Where are the children that we used to be?
That picture shows when nobody goes, and only the heart can see.
Starry skies, soft lullabies, where do they go when their melody dies?
To a day far, far away, that only the heart may know.
Friends we knew follow us through all of the days of our lives. Love we shared waits for us there, where our wishes forever reside. Falling tears, memories, mirrors. Where are the summers? Oh, where are the years?
Carried far
us through all of the days of our lives. Love we share.
Dad, one day when you go to be with the Lord, we're still here without you. What would you like your epitaph to say about you?
I've thought about this before. It's funny somebody finally asked me. My epitaph, I think, that would mean the most to me is you can put on my grave if you want to. He was a nice person. That's it. That's the only epitaph I want, is for people to say that he was a nice person.
To a day far, far away that only the heart may know, that only the heart may know. Like an angel, lights on the step, muting the morning she heralds. Dew on the grass like the tears the night wept, gone long before the day wears old. Time stills the singing a child told so dear, and I'm just beginning to hear. Gone are the pathways the child followed home, gone like the sand and the foam. Of some aging text lies an old lily a-crumbling, marking a moment of childish respect, long since betrayed and forgotten. Time stills the singing a child told so dear, and I'm just beginning to hear. Gone are the pathways the child followed home, gone like the sand and the foam.
Dad, were your children important to you, and if so, why?
Do I have to answer that?
Pretend I'm not standing here.
My children was my reason for living. They gave me a purpose in my life. I wouldn't have it any other way. Get up in the morning, and the first thing you do is you look for your children. The last thing at night when you go to bed is you look for your children. It's just, it's awesome. It's just like, I don't know if it's a natural instinct of love, but I think it's the most profound love that you can have for another human being.
Long before the day wears old, time stills the singing a child told so dear, and I'm just beginning to hear. Gone are the pathways the child followed home, sand and the foam, gone like the sand, gone like the sand, gone like the sand and the foam.
He sees it all. It was her first date the night he came to call. And her dad said, son, have her home on time, and promise me you'll never leave her side. He took her to a show in town, and he was 10 feet off the ground as he was walking her home and holding her hand. Oh, the way she smiled, it stole the breath right out of him. And down that old road with the stars up above, he remembers where he was the night he fell in love. He was walking her home. 10 more years in a waiting room at 1:30. So when the doctor said, come in and meet your son, and his knees went weak when he saw his wife, well, she was smiling as she said, he's got your eyes. And as she slept, he held her tight. His mind went back to that first night. Oh, he was walking her home and holding her hand. Oh, the way she smiled, it stole the breath right out of him. And down that old road with the stars up above, he remembers where he was the night he fell in love. He was walking her through the best days of her life. 60 years together and he never left her side. A nursing home at 85, and the doctor said it could be her last night. And the nurse said, oh, should we tell him now, or should he wait until the morning to find out? But when they checked her room that night, he was laying by her side. Oh, he was walking her home and holding her hand. Oh, the way she smiled when he said, this is not the end. Just for a while, they were 18, and she was still more beautiful to him than anything.
What is it that you look back today and treasure about your children and grandchildren?
There's an awful lot of things that I treasure with the kids when I look back. I just treasure having the kids and seeing them grow up, and hopefully they all went right direction. We tried to take them to church, but not a whole lot, but we did, and we hope that they all grew in with God.
He sees it all. It was her first date the night he came to call.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. Did lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other, come what may? Is promise really something people kept, not just something they would say? Families really bow their heads to pray, daddies really never go away. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.
Dad, how important is marriage and why?
It's a bonding. It's dedicating your body and soul to one purpose, to one person. I mean, you know, life. You go through life, and there's so many trials and tribulations that you have to have somebody that loves you the way you love them, to support you, and to, when you need help, if you fall down, it's nice to look up and see somebody's hand out to you to help you pull back up and keep going, whether you want to or not.
Stand beside each other, come what may. Is promise really something people kept, not just something they would say and then forget? Families really bow their heads to pray, daddies really never go away. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Oh, oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Families really bow their heads to pray, daddies really never go away.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away. Just to spend
Could you please give your best advice to your grandchildren for a happy and successful marriage? Imagine this is, you know, even if they're older or something and they hear it. So
The best thing you can do is really love each other and try to help each other, try to understand each other. Just love each other and do the best you can for each other.
enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I'd Looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. Well, you're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours until the day that I
With divorce so prevalent today, 50 years of marriage has become a rare event. Did you and Mom ever consider getting a divorce? And if so, what made you decide to stay married? And what did you do to work out your problems?
I don't think we ever talked about her getting divorced. I'm sure we both have gotten mad enough at each other that maybe on that instant we could have got our divorce, you know, but not really. And what was the other part of the question?
What made you decide to stay married, and what did you do to work out your problems?
Oh, well, we talked them out mainly, and we both gave our viewpoints, and we both listened to each other, and then we said, okay, let's work it out, and you know, this is not a catastrophe, this is just a difference of opinion, and so we was able to work everything out. Maybe not immediately in that very second, it may have taken a month or years to work it out, a situation, but if I had an issue, Mom would always try and work with me on it. If she had an issue, I would try and work with her on it. And sometimes, like I said, it did take a long time, but eventually it would work itself out. Just have to give it a chance.
Things they knew. Well, it's easy to see it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you. Oh, darling, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, but just listen to how this song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, amen.
Dream
and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream when I feel blue in the night, and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream.
What things did you see in your parents' marriage that you wanted to bring to your marriage?
I just seen them trying to raise the kids in the right way. They never showed much love as growing up until they got older, so I can't say that. But I think they really loved us kids and showed it in other ways. They just showed that you need to stay together as a family and try to work things out.
Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream.
Is this the little girl I carried? Is this the little boy at play?
I don't remember growing older. When did they?
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be this tall?
Wasn't it yesterday when they were small?
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way?
Now they must learn from one another, day by day.
They look so natural together.
Dad, if you could give your grandchildren one piece of advice about life, what would that be?
Always do the best you can do, no matter what you do. If somebody wants you to dig a ditch, be the best ditch digger there is. If somebody wants you to mow the yard, do the best job. Don't let anybody else do a better job than you mowing the yard. Always give 100%, and in return, you'll get 100%.
Sunrise,
The days of wine and roses, laugh and run away like a child at play through a meadowland toward a closing door, a door marked nevermore that wasn't there before. The lonely night discloses.
Mom, same question. If you could give your grandchildren one piece of advice about life, what would that be?
Always try to be loving and kind to your spouse and to your children of yours growing up, and just show them love.
I want to add to mine also.
I don't really know what else to say. To me, caring and loving is the most important thing in life, and showing them that Christ is in charge of our life. And that is who we need to look at too.
The other thing I wanted to add too is always treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes.
Okay? Don't ever try and cheat anybody, tell lies, be self-centered, be humble. It tells you in the Bible, the humble will inherit the earth. So always be humble, never be proud, too proud. Be proud, but don't be over too proud. Okay.
That introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you.
Memories light the corners of my mind. Misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it.
My family and my children were my purpose in being for having life. I don't know where I would have ended up if I hadn't had a family, because I would have no reason to work hard. I'd have no reason to set goals. I would have no reason to wake up in the morning if it wasn't for my family. I idolized my family, and in return, I have been rewarded with 4 of the best children God could give anybody. They all
8
did,
grandkids.
and 8 wonderful grandchildren. And it's just unbelievable that, you know, people want to constantly searching for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and if they would just stop and look around them, you know, they already have that pot. If people just understood that. They already have the treasures if they make them happen through their own actions. And I give thanks to God for the life I've had.
There are watercolor ponies on my refrigerator door, and the shape of something I don't really recognize, brushed with careful little fingers and put proudly on display. A reminder to us all of how time flies. Seems an endless mound of laundry and a stairway laced with toys gives a blow-by-blow reminder of the that we fight for their well-being, for their greater understanding, to impart a holy reverence for the Lord. But baby, what will we do when it comes back to me and you? They look a little less like little boys every day. Oh, the pleasure of watching the children growing is mixed with a bitter cup of knowing the watercolor ponies will one day
truly love your kids and show them you love them and try to guide them in the right direction in life and show them that they are as good as the next person. They just need to understand that they are as good as the next person. No matter what their problems are, they're still as good as the next person.
Don't be afraid to love your children. Don't be afraid to hold them and kiss them. You tell them every day that you love them. Even when they're bad, you still love them.
Yeah, you correct them and then you show them you really love them.
Still I wonder, baby, what will we do when it comes back to me and you? They look a little less like little boys every day. For the pleasure of watching the children growing is mixed with a bitter cup of knowing the watercolor ponies will one day ride away.
I can't remember when you weren't there, when I didn't care for anyone but you. I swear we've been through everything there is. Can't imagine anything we've missed. Can't imagine anything the two of us can't do. Through the years, you've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I found with you. Through the years, I've never been afraid. I've loved the life we've made, and I'm so glad I stayed right here with you through the years. I can't remember what I used to do, who I trusted, who I listened to before. I swear you've taught me everything I know. Can't imagine needing someone so, but through the years it seems to me
It's hard to talk about it.
It is. It's hard.
True.
It's real hard. But I feel all my children have been successful. I hear some people they'll come up to me when I'm working on service calls or something like that, and they'll have things all over their cars about my kid's an A student, or or my kid's team could beat your kid's team, or things like that. But I've really been blessed because I have 4 very, very, very intelligent children, and each child has intelligence beyond mine, and I look to them a lot of times for advice and help, as they look to me for advice and help when they were growing up. I just don't know how they all got so smart. And it's very humble.
We honestly say we're very proud of all of them.
Yeah. And I was never fortunate enough to have a father when I grew up. And I guess looking back at your first questions you had, I feel a lot of times jealous that I didn't have a father that would say, now you don't do this or you don't do that, or yes, you got to go to college. I didn't have that happen, and I wanted to make sure my kids did, so that they would have that advantage. And I just love you all.
It's better
swayed to the music and held to each other. I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me. As we moved together, I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
Always and forever, each moment with you is just like a dream to me that somehow came true. And I know tomorrow will still be the same, 'cause we've got a life of love that won't ever change. And every day, love me your own special way, melt all my heart away with a smile. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. I'll always love you. There'll always be sunshine when I look at you. It's something I can't explain, just the things that you do. And if you get lonely, phone me and take a second to give to me that magic you make. And every
darling, come to me. Sit you down easily and rest a while near the soft firelight. Cold is the night, but warm is my heart with pride, having you by my side. You're still my guiding light after all these years. Your soft assuring ways, the rock I lean on, saw me through my darkest days when all hope had gone. You're still the only one I'll ever hold near, and I love you after all these years. Time from me passes on, and I'm growing old. A lifetime nearly gone, I cannot unfold. Nights dark and cold, but warm is your hand in mine. Feeble with ageless time, the light of love still shines after all these years. Your soft assuring ways, the rock I lean on, saw me through my darkest days when all hope had gone. You're still the only one I'll ever hold near, and I love you after all these years. I still love you after all these years.
Remember when I was young and so were you, and time stood still, and love was all we knew. You were the first, so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when we vowed the vows and walked the walk and gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned life through curves. There was joy, there was hurt. Remember when? Remember when old ones died and new were born, and life was changed, disassembled, rearranged. We came together, fell apart, and broke each other's hearts. Remember when?
sound of little feet was music. We danced to week, brought back the love. We found trust, vowed we'd never give it up. Remember when? Remember when? 30 seems so old now looking back. It's just a stepping stone to where we are, where we've been. Said we'd do it all again. Remember when? Remember when? We said when we turned gray, when the children grow up and move away, we won't be sad, we'll be glad for all the life we've had. And we'll remember when. Remember when.